Dual King back again. I am doing a division video here for you guys, just kind of showing off my setup. This is going to be a little bit of a discussion video, kind of showing off what I got. Is definitely not the best, but I am, looking for input, discussion from you guys. Hopefully we can, talk about our setups a little bit. What kind of setup do you run? What are your favorite talents, skills, gear sets, and all that? Your favorite guns, whatever. So I'm kind of going to go over very quickly over what I'm running and what I like to run. Obviously, we've all been playing for a little while, so there are some things we should all know by now. So first off, I got the AUG Para X3. This gun is the 204 version, currently being sold in the base of operations. This thing is a motherfucking beauty. With the proper, switching up of all my gear, I could even get this past, I think, like 350,000 DPS or something crazy like that. Obviously, my health would take a huge dip, but, it is possible. Second, we got an ACR. This is a high-end I got off a drop. I think it was in the Dark Zone, actually. I prefer this way much more than the AK. It is definitely not a god roll gun, but it is, I'd say about 20% more accurate than the AK overall, so you can definitely not be flailing your gun around all day long. The AUG, by the way, is extremely accurate. The only thing I would replace with my ACR would be a God Roll 204 Gear Score Custom M44. However, I have not been lucky enough. It was for sale a week ago, I think, and I did not have the funds to purchase it at the time, so basically I lucked out and did not get it. I did get the 182, but I am still also not getting lucky with the rolls on that. Third off, I got the double barrel shotgun. This is definitely not a god roll gun, but it does have, let me pull it up real quick. It does have destructive and sustained, which I guess can be helpful, but not that great. It does do quite a bit of damage on NPCs, the headshots. If you get both headshots, it'll usually take out purples and do quite a bit of damage to some yellows, and I don't know why I still had that. But I run 3 strikers and 2 sentries. There's a lot of people who are running 4 sentries, which gets you up to 45% damage for 10 seconds. But I do not see the benefit because it kind of drops your DPS overall and only increases it by 45% for those 10 seconds. Whereas with the striker, you get 50% critical hit damage and 20% enemy armor damage at all times, basically. With the 4th set bonus, you can get up to 100%. This is really as fast and as accurate as your gun can be. So with an AUG or a vector type gun, you could definitely get your DPS up there. I have gotten it up to over 300,000 with this. So that's why I do like the striker sets. I would not use the 4th one because usually this entails dropping a sentry piece or dropping my gloves, which basically means I'm going to lose out on some health or some DPS. And let me just show you guys real quick. If I were to switch, let's say, give me 1 second, the striker to sentry, this basically does nothing for me. It just dropped my DPS and my health. I did get that 3rd bonus for damage to elites, but that is not useful. So if I switch it back and then say I switch to sentry's call, 4 sentry's call, I do get the bonus, but look at my health now. So I could get my DPS up 45%, which would be about 80,000, but that is basically not very useful because I will show you a quick trick. Hit the booster shot, I'm at 318,000 DPS. So with a simple booster shot, I can make up the difference that a sentry call would do, and I am not actually using any extra gear. The only thing I would change currently would be these gunslinger gloves. I am waiting for a god roll pair of gloves that is striker or sentry preferably, so I could get that extra bonus. These have 35% critical hit damage, 6.5% critical hit chance, and 398 SMG. If I got that exact roll on some striker gloves or sentry, it would be ridiculous, I gotta tell you. But as you see, getting those rolls on different gloves is kind of hard. One simple change drops my DPS that much. Next on we'll kind of skip through a few things. Here's 59, 181, 204. Go into survivability, 61% mitigation. I am waiting on a god roll stamina mods to get that up to like 63, 64 at the least. And yeah, that's basically it. Here are my abilities. I do run medic plus pulse, booster shot, and tactical sensor. And these are the talents I use really quick. Adrenaline, combat medic. One is none, which is glitched, but it still works plenty well. Steady hands, and obviously all the perks that are accompanied with it. So I have friends who basically run almost the exact same setup, maybe a couple tweaks or two, and they are at, you know, close to 300,000 DPS and close to 100,000 health, and even up to 20,000 skill. So basically the moral of the story is you can get a extremely good setup. It is just dependent on your effing mods and, you know, the god rolls you get on the gear. I have on most of my gear 2 out of 3 god roll kind of rolls. If I had 3 out of 3, my DPS would probably be 300. My health would probably in the 90s, and my skill would probably be closer to 15 or 20. So tell me what you guys like to run. I am trying to build a tank sort of character, but this will be tank slash skill. My goal is 180 DPS, 150 health, which seems very crazy, but it might just be obtainable soon with the new Juggernaut sets, and 30k skill. I do have the pieces to make my DPS and skill that high, but my health would be very low in 60s, 70s range. So I'm trying to very much work on that for my next build. Tell me what you guys think about my setup. What is your setup like? Discuss in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys later. Please like and subscribe, and Dual King out.